I'm gonna roll the dice. Let's crack a Mind Stone. See what we hit. Mere Battlesphere is a pretty good one to hit.
Today on Commander Replay, we check out this Osgir artifact reanimator and see how much value we can generate from the graveyard. Next on Commander Replay. Hey guys, there's 2 great ways to support the channel. All links are in the description below.
Welcome back, everyone. Boros month continues with Osgir the Reconstructor, and I'm calling this deck Osgir Pump and Dump. We're going to try to dump a whole bunch of big artifacts in the graveyard and then pull them all out. Anyway, let's take a look at this opener. We've got 2 lands. Ooh. I'm cheating on lands a bit in this deck. There's 34, which is like a little lower than it should be. If there were a piece of looting, I'm gonna try to mulligan to something a little safer. That's got lands. Okay. Feel much better about that. If we catch another land, that last hand looks pretty good. If we don't, that last hand looks really bad. So yeah, this is one that I've been wanting to play for a while, and in particular, this specific build that I'm doing. We'll take a peek at it while everyone's loading in here. So the crux of this deck is really built around these 4 cards. Wake the Past, Brilliant Restoration, Roar of Reclamation, and Open the Vaults. And, 5, I guess. And Triumphant Reckoning. All of these can mass reanimate all of your artifacts. And so we're just going to use a bunch of wheels and try to put a lot of artifacts in the graveyard and then pull them all out. That's the whole plan with this deck. So Osgir will be a little bit of the backup plan. I'm sure Osgir will make an appearance and just kind of get it. You know, Osgir gives us something to do in like the early and mid game. But this deck isn't built in a way where like Osgir needs to be in play every turn for us to be able to do anything. So that'll be a nice departure from some of the Voltron decks that I've played more recently. We'll keep this hand. Filmed Kalemny the other day, which that video just went up today, and like Kalemny needs to be in play for that deck to work. So it will be nice that like should something happen to Osgir, we should be all right. No tap land, so I guess we play the command tower and we'll pass like that. And once again, here's the outline for Boros month. Note that the next video I post will be a non-Boros deck. I've got a cool little Abzan thing that I want to do for those of you that are sick of red-white already. But with that, let's get back to Osgir. Take a read of our commander, Osgir the Reconstructor. 4 mana for a 4/4 with Vigilance. Pay 1, sacrifice an artifact. Target creature you control gets +2/+0 until end of turn. And then you can pay X and tap it. Exile an artifact card in your graveyard with mana value X, and then create 2 token copies of it, only at sorcery speed. Pretty cool. Pretty cool little value commander. I've seen a little bit of it from opponents over the years in paper. It just recently got printed to Magic Online, so excited that it's finally here. I really wish they would print the rest of the cards that they've been missing for basically all the commander sets from the last 2 years. It's been pretty frustrating. Anyway, there's an Arid Mesa. Play the Arid Mesa, crack the Arid Mesa. Probably get a Misfail Plains just since we don't have much going on here. And we'll tap out and pass. Do have some of these sacrifice and artifact type cards in the deck too. Many more of those than I ever usually run, which is cool. Thrill of Possibility, one that I considered for the deck, but ultimately gave up on. Oh, maybe this deck needs a Hazard's Monument. I like Hazard's Monument for the continuous looting. There probably isn't a ton of red creatures in the deck, but there's probably a couple. 5, 6, 7. Maybe not the most helpful from the cost reduction standpoint, but it is repeatable looting, which I like. The question, I guess, is whether that's really necessary and whether that outperforms other stuff like Thrill of Possibility, which I'm not running, but I am running Faithless Looting, another card that I very rarely run in decks. I don't play the type of decks that really want Faithless Looting for the most part. Even my Angel Reanimator, I've tried it in there. It's fine. Doesn't blow you away. Honestly, if I'm doing something like that, I really just prefer Wheel of Fortune, Wheel of Misfortune, any of that stuff, because then you're actually gaining more cards, which I like. So anyway, there's a Flooded Strand. Play a Flooded Strand, crack a Flooded Strand. We'll get a Plateau. And then I guess we cast this Audacious Reshapers, one that I have not actually played yet. I do have the Osgir Precon, but I don't think I've actually opened the box. No, maybe I did. I think I did open the box because I think there was a card or 2 I wanted out of it. But yeah, I haven't built the deck, so all the cards are just kind of sitting around. I kind of picked it for parts and never actually built the paper list. And now, what, a year or something later, Osgir's finally available. So hopefully get to use this Audacious Reshapers and a few other things from the deck that haven't tried yet. There's an Altar of the Brood. Ooh, that's spicy. Actually, that could help us. As long as we don't mill the Mass Reanimate spell, that could help us. There's a Conda's Banner. There's one you don't see a lot of. Had one of those in a box forever and just never really found the deck that wants it. I think, who is it? Adeline might be the deck that wants that card. There's a Toggo Weaponsmith for opponent. Let's take a look at what our opponents are playing. So first up, Zombie Caller piloting Rakka, a cool card that I used to run in Aurelia back in the day, like 10 years ago. For 4 mana, it's a 2/2 with haste, and you pay a red and tap it. Make a 3/1 red elemental creature token with haste. Note that that creature does not sacrifice at the end of the turn, so it's a permanent token. Opponent gets themselves a Teamer Ascendancy, and that brings it back to our turn. There's an Achroma's Will. Teamer Ascendancy is a little scary. It's not a card that I love. I did cut some of the enchantment removal. We have a crap ton of artifact removal in this deck because a lot of it's repeatable, but a little lighter on enchantment removal, which isn't the best. Yeah, I guess we just play the mountain, play Osgir, and I guess we just swing into... We'll swing into Zombie's face first. Should probably go to Kithron because that Averna deck is pretty wild, but I picked on Kithron pretty hard a few days ago, so we'll give him a short reprieve and probably get started on him next turn. There's an Altar of the Brood. We discard a Bronze Guardian. Not too bad. Not too bad, though. We can cast that Bronze Guardian, although I guess we can Osgir the Bronze Guardian, so not the end of the world. There's an Adaptive Automaton. Interesting. Elementals. We mill again. Lightning Greaves, not too bad. We can get that back. There's a Faithless Looting. I'm getting nervous that we're going to mill the Mass Reanimate spell, though. Might not be too long before I pull the trigger on that Vandal Blast. Things start getting silly. Might wait like one more turn just to see if we can get something else going here. But double Bronze Guardian seems cool. I don't know that I want to sacrifice Bronze Guardian into the Reshapers, though. Landfall Toggo trigger. They make a rock. Solemn. Jealous. Oh, I did include one really nasty combo in this deck. It's one that I've been wanting to do for a long time and never have because I just haven't played the deck for it. We've got Mycosynth Lattice and Vandal Blast. It's not the main point of the deck, but if it shows up, it could be a thing. But we may have to spend the Vandal Blast just to not mill all the important stuff from our deck, so we'll see. We'll see. We'll see if someone else wants to shoot it too, just right, because like Altar of the Brood can be really annoying, and if someone's got plans, then there's a Kodama's Reach. Get some ramp going. Opponent's got an Uro in the graveyard. Ugh, it's no good. There's a Vanquish the Horde. Well, if creatures become a problem, then we can pull the trigger on that. Let's play the Strip Mine just in case of a wheel. I think we activate Osgir, exile the Bronze Guardian, pay 5, get 2 Bronze Guardians, and then we'll sacrifice one of them, and hope to find something cool. It's a Mind Stone. Well, could have been cooler. But I guess we do need some ramp, so. But I guess we can sacrifice the Mind Stone, make 2 Mind Stones, and then sacrifice that and try again, right? If at first you don't succeed. In the middle, we've got Sergeant Flintlock piloting Toggo Weaponsmith with Tekik Salvage Splicer. So we're going to be doing kind of an artifact theme here. And whenever they sacrifice a rock, all their golems will get bigger. Seems kind of cool. Flashes back the Faithless Looting. Fury Stoke Giant. There's one I haven't seen in a long time. Hamlet back Goliath. Oh, right, because so there, he said there is an infinite combo in his deck with Phyrexian Altar and Impact Tremors or any of those type cards. And if you're doing like an infinite creature thing, then this would get infinitely large. We milled a land, by the way. Not too bad. Toggo making some rocks. Yeah. Tekik. Our final opponent, by the way, is Kithron piloting his Averna, the Chaos Bloom deck. We faced this one the other day. Cascade in the command zone is really powerful. Kind of busted, honestly. Really not one of my favorite things in the game. Once Averna's in play, this deck just kind of runs away with value. So we don't want to let him go on too long. Keeping his stuff out of play is a good idea, but once they have like mass mana, it's really hard to deal with. Eureka moment. Draw 2 cards, put a land from your hand onto the battlefield. It's a Growth Chamber. Comeuppance. Well, got a lot of our tricks in our hand, but I don't know that we need those just yet. Play the mountain, crack this Mind Stone, draw a card. Tekik will trigger and pump up the team. We draw a card, it's another land. Use Osgir on the Mind Stone. This is a mana neutral play. How about that? To get 2 Mind Stones, and now we've ramped, which I like. We've got 5 mana, which is kind of an awkward amount. Probably should have thought about this a little bit more. The question is, do we want to sacrifice an artifact to something? I'm not convinced that I do. Kind of want the ramp, since there's some expensive stuff in this deck. This deck gets... The curve to this deck is very high. We could overload the Vandal Blast is what we could do. Yeah, I guess we're overloading the Vandal Blast. Yeah, gotta get that Altar of the Brood out of play before it starts causing problems. It will help us for a while, but again, there's, 1 of 5 cards that we need to find, and if we don't, could be an issue. This thing's gonna be giant. It's a 12/12, no big deal. I'll swing into Kithron with the Double Striker. Zombie said, thank God it happened now. He said he's about to blow. I'm guessing that means he was very close. Ooh, extra planar lens. Yeah, okay. Blowing up an extra planar lens is awesome because they lose a land. Though, I will say that when people play them, they do tend to stick probably a little longer than they should. I think, in general, people know to be careful when playing them and not just, like, run them out there. Yeah, there you go. There's a nice follow-up. Burnished Heart into 3 floating mana. Crack the Burnished Heart. Trigger the Splicer. Get more lands. He's only got 1 card left, though, so he might be kind of hurting on that. But even just Rakkamar with mana in, like, a couple turns could have a lot of creatures on the board, so... Rakkamar plus, like, 1 powerful card could be a thing. Toggo. Thornwield Archer is a surprisingly annoying blocker. You know, we've got like a Triplicate Titan and something like that. This will trade with it. We've got a couple pieces of creature removal in the deck, but it is a surprisingly effective deterrent right there. Hoarding Ogre. When it attacks, roll some dice and make 1, 2, or 3 treasures. Equips the rock. Oh god. Now he's got a Death Toucher with a rock on it, so he can just shoot whatever he wants. Don't know how I feel about that. Probably going to wait for Kithron to cough down a couple creatures, but eventually we're going to get to this Vanquish the Horde. Alright, the big one's not coming our way. Appreciate that. We did give them the big one, essentially. Oh, we do have Ward, which I think that does protect spells. Yep, spells. So all of our artifacts have Ward too. These 2 creatures are not artifacts, so they might be in a little bit of trouble. You know, there's a thought. Toggo Death Touchers? That could be a fun deck. I could get behind something like that. Someone write that down. I tend to mention these things and then not write them down and then just completely forget about them. Should probably make a list or something. As of the filming of this game, there are currently 9 Boros commanders left that I need to play. This one being one of the 9. We are good for a turn. I guess we can Sajiri Shelter something, but I mean, they're just going to keep getting more rocks, so... Yeah, at some point, we're probably going to have to Vanquish here, so we probably don't want to, like, cough creatures in at this exact second. That's an Acidic Slime. Well, let's see where this goes. Goes after the Scavenging Ground. Oh, that's dangerous. He's going to Bala Good Recovery. Oh, yeah, he has a Season's Past in his graveyard. That's why. That's why he's making that play. That does help us out a lot, though, because graveyard removal, bad for us. Basically, it completely hoses the deck. It does have a hasty Acidic Slime, but it's such a good blocker. Can't imagine he's going anywhere with it. You know what? At the end step, I was thinking about it. I'm like, should we hold the Mind Stone? Should we not? I'm going to roll the dice. Let's crack a Mind Stone. See what we hit. Mere Battlesphere is a pretty good one to hit. That's an austere command. That is enchantment removal, which we may need at some point. Play the Homeward Path. Yeah, I mean, let's just see where this goes. Let's use this thing again, crack a mirror, see what the mirror gets. Tekik continuing to get larger. That's a duplicate. Yeah, we got 2 Death Touchers. This one seems like much more of a problem. Use the ability. Death Toucher down. Send you X damage to... Yeah, this thing's gonna be a pain. Thing is gonna be a pain. Let's go to combat. God, we could probably kill someone next turn if we need to. Send this big one into Flintlock. Probably just force a block with this thing. Send that one into Zombie. What are we doing with this thing? I don't really want to trade that into the Acidic Slime. Maybe we'll do it this way. We'll swing into Kithron, try to get rid of the Acidic Slime. Yeah, I think that works. And then send this one into Flintlock. Mere Battlefield trigger. Honestly, I think I'm just going to leave the blockers. We could probably tap 1 or 2. We'll tap 2. Because we can block with the duplicate and then potentially get it back if we need to. Note that this ability is only as a sorcery. Yeah, opponent's going to block with the Acidic Slime. We're going to get that out of here. Clear the road for next turn. Everyone takes a little bit of damage. You know what? Let's get the boots right here. Whoops. Oh, we can get a Great Furnace? Or do we get a Great Furnace? Let's get the boots. Oh god, mountains are doubled. Oh my god, we have so much mana. Oh my god. Everyone stay calm. Get the boots. Put boots on the non-ward creatures. God. So that's 4, 5, 6. I kind of want to leave up the Akroma's Will just in case we need to protect our board. Man, doing that though, I feel like there's a lot of ways this game ends or basically ends next turn. Like maybe not everyone's dead, but probably a couple people. We get the worm. Yeah, it doesn't seem worth trying to get the worm coil right now. Rakkamar into play. Telling opponents that Osgir is much stronger than I had anticipated. I've seen some people play it a few times, but it was mostly the precon. And even then it was still very good, but I don't know. Oh, hey. That's a Phyrexian altar. It's not scary at all. But like I said, Osgir isn't even really supposed to be like the main plan of the deck, but just having it in play with a deck that's like built to take advantage of it, it really just kind of takes over the game, honestly. I really just wasn't expecting it to be that strong or that good, so. So far, I am impressed with what I am seeing out of Osgir. Small thing too, I forgot to mention the pay 1, sacrifice an artifact ability. Having a sack outlet built into the commander, that's really powerful. And that's kind of the new school of creature design where the setup and the payoff are both built into the card. We've seen it a lot with like Simic commanders more recently. And I mean, now you're just kind of starting to see it with everything. But Osgir is definitely in that very new school kind of design. And, you know, even 5 years ago, they wouldn't give you the sack outlet attached to it. You'd have to run enough sack outlets to make sure you have one when you need it. That's a Mirage. This should be interesting. I have a feeling we may get attacked more than once. Oh yeah, the big one's coming our way. I mean, the question is, we're not going to clean up the Mirage in that combat. He's got 4 cards in hand. Is he going to drop another land? We should probably get the big one out of play. Do we burn the comeuppance for that? Or do we just use some blockers? Opponent's going to roll the dice and get some treasures. They get 2. Very interesting. I wish the Mirage was coming into us. That would make this a very easy decision. You know what? We have the Vanquish the Horde still. Yeah, let's just do it. Oh god, double mana. Comeuppance resolves. I'm sure opponent's not thrilled about that. Kithron says Pull from Eternity seems like it might be good. Maybe. Just depends on how things are going, right? Like, it sucks when it happens, but like at some point, someone's going to exile your graveyard, right? That's a thing that's going to happen. Yeah, maybe Pull from Eternity just because it is a reanimator, so even just putting it in the graveyard gives you some chance to get one of your big creatures back if things take a wrong turn somewhere. Yep, there's the landfall. Okay, yeah. It's good we did that now. Another rock. Both creatures die to the comeuppance. All the damage is prevented to us. That's a Hearthenhome. That was pretty good. We have a lot of colorless creatures, though, so tougher to get in over here. Equips the Hearthenhome. No, their combat? Oh, yeah, they can go sword someone if they want. Wow, I forgot to put Anointed Procession in this deck. Make it even crazier. Toggo into Kithron, yeah. Too much value to leave on the table there. It's going to be a shot for 5. Whittle down those life totals a little more. Yeah, Zombie was actually very close. If we didn't Vandal Blast that turn, I think he mills us all to death. There's the Seasons Pass, getting back, I'm sure, a million things. There's an Acidic Slime, Balaged Recovery in there. So Possibility Storm, ugh. Would prefer that doesn't come down. He is getting it back, though. Goes up to 10 cards in hand. Yeah, Seasons Past is really good. Plays Eureka's Moment. Thank God not the Possibility Storm. He's drawn more. You can put a land onto the battlefield, but like, yeah, he's still at 9 cards in hand, so he's just going to have to discard again. We'll crack the Mind Stone, draw another card. Was thinking about whether I wanted to do that or not, but more cards seems good. Mech Titan Core, how about that? Oh, that's going to be good with these mirror tokens. Does this thing have haste? It does have haste. Sweet. How much does it take to do that? 5? Oh, God. What's it take to crew that thing? Do you need to crew it? Sculpting Steel. That's interesting. Oh, man. The possibilities this turn are wild. I think let's use Osgir and get ourselves some mana with this Great Furnace. God, the artifact land seems so good. I'm only running 2 of them. I should probably add a couple more in. Yep. There's 2 more lands. These ones only make single, though, but even still, we just went up 2 mana. It's pretty ridiculous. Cast a Mech Titan Core. Pay 5. Exile 4 other artifacts. We'll go Duplicate, 1, 2, 3 mirrors. We make a 10-10 with a million abilities on it. Flying, Haste, Lifelink, Trample, and Vigilance. Then I think opponents appear to be just about tapped out. I think we lay down the Achroma's Will and try to start taking people out here. Protection from all colors, Flying, Indestructible, Lifelink, Double Strike. Yeah, that's some stuff. This one should be lethal on Zombie. What's that? That's gonna need a lot for... I don't actually know that we can kill the other 2 outright. We'll go Kithron, that's 14. 8 more. I think we need all of them to kill Kithron, so... Flintlock's gonna get to survive. See what kind of interaction Flintlock's got. We are tapped out, so can't really protect anything when he gets back to his turn. We are gonna gain a lot of life, which makes me happy, because there is a Mirage in play. Crazy things can happen. We gain a lot of life. Zombie and Kithron go down, and we're at 75. See what Flintlock's got? Board wipe or artifact board wipe. Both get us pretty good. So there's a chance, depending on what kind of interaction he's got. Even just a Blasphemous Act would slow us down, kind of force us into recasting stuff and doing all that. Got to make a Mech Titan Core finally. I don't think I've done that up to this point. Oh, there's an Acidic Slime, although... we're going to go after a land. The artifacts all have ward. I guess he has the mana to pay. We'll see what he wants to do. He's going after the Bronze Guardian. Okay. Trying to take care of the ward. That's a start. It's also got a crap ton of power with double strike, so. That was a token, by the way, so that one's gone forever now. Is this an artifact? It is an art. It's legendary, though. Was thinking we could Sculpting Steel it. Be pretty fun. What we can do is Sculpting Steel a Mere Battle. Oh. What would be even better than that is to Sculpting Steel, sacrifice Sculpting Steel, reanimate Sculpting Steel, and make 2 Mere Battle Spheres. Or, puts an S-word on the Mirog. What color is this thing? Is it all colors? Here comes Mirog. He can blink the Acidic Slime, so we probably shouldn't take this. Let's see if we can block with his Mech Titan Core. We cannot. Throw the Reshapers under the bus? Yeah, throw the Reshapers under. I guess we'll activate them. Sacrifice a Great Furnace. God, this Reshapers card, too. This thing's also wild. That's Mycosynth Lattice. And Audacious Reshapers goes down, which means we can now Osgir every permanent in our graveyard. And that's why I put this in here. Also the Vandal Blast combo. There's a land. Play the land. Crack the land. We'll get Sacred Foundry. Untapped. Yeah, I think we try to do the thing that we talked about. Sculpting Steel. What are we going to Sculpting Steel, though? I mean, I guess we just Sculpting Steel the Mere Battle Sphere, right? Or we can get a sword. Oh, the sword is so tempting. Because the sword... Let's get a Mere Battle Sphere with this one. On the next one, we'll go Mere Battle Sphere sword, I think. I almost didn't run Sculpting Steel. Now I'm happy I did. I'm like, man, we need to cut some cards. There's way too many cards in this deck. And then we pump up the Mech Titan Core. Oh, crap. That's not what I wanted to do. Those are the boots. Move those back to Osgir. Sacrifice an artifact to pump up the Mech Titan Core. Sacrificing... Oh, we gotta pay one first. Sacrificing the Sculpting Steel. Then reanimate the Sculpting Steel with Osgir. Then... Oh, we can copy anything we want? Oh, we could have copied Mirog. Man, Mycosynth Lattice, what? We'll take the sword, though, because we've got a brand to uphold. Even though I'm only running one equipment in the deck, which is Lightning Greaves, still finding a way to make some swords. That one's a sword, and this one will become a Mere Battle Sphere. The protection from colors no longer helps us. Yep, it's colorless. Put an S-word. This thing at first strike? Does not at first strike. We'll put boots on the Mech Titan Core to prevent removal and such. Think, does blinking the token... No, blinking the token probably isn't a great idea. Blinking the original, though, is a pretty good idea. Send in the Mech Titan Core. Hearth and Home, blink this Mere Battle Sphere. Get a Plains. Make a bunch more Mere. Pass like that. One more chance for a board wipe. Bane of Progress plus haste would be devastating. Probably chew right through that 83 life. Equips a rock. Ooh, Gorgon Flail. Okay. We got Death Touch on one. Okay, I put the boots on there. That's a good idea. Colorless means that Sajiri Shelter, not going to do much for us. Might as well probably just play it as a land, that being the case. We could sacrifice a bunch of artifacts to pump. Well, we'd have to move the boots to do it, so don't know how I feel about that. Equips the... Oh, God, puts a rock on the Acidic Slime, so we're going to lose something. Got 2 Battle Spheres that they can take down, I think. There's the Plains. I guess we play the Plains. What do we need to do? We need to play a Wormcoil Engine. And then, against all better judgment, move the boots to the Wormcoil Engine. They move. Before the worst should happen... Wait. Whoa. For some reason, I can't activate... Does it not affect cards in the graveyard? I thought it did. All cards that aren't on the battlefield, spells, and permanents are colorless. Oh, it doesn't make them artifacts. Oh, I see. That makes it a little less good than I thought. Okay, I see what's happening. Then, I don't know, just send it, I guess. Oh, we could probably get there with just Mere Battle Sphere damage. Send that. Mere Battle Spheres. We'll tap a couple. Down to 14 off the trigger. Yep, blocks the Battle Spheres. Blocks our commander. Should be lethal with the Mere tokens, though. Ooh! Gonna return to nature the boots. Do they have any... They have a treasure. They can... Ooh. Well, this isn't great. Do we need to vanquish the Horde? Yep. Gonna shoot our Mech Titan Core. Oh, wait. Yeah, it dies. That'll return the cards. brings back a duplicant. So with the duplicant, we can exile the acidic slime, which would save our battle sphere. But I think I'm just going to go for the Morag, because the Morag is the one that's more likely to get us killed. Also, it's a 6/6. We go up to 89. Something had lifelink. Oh, the Worm Coil, probably. They're down to 2. Well, really. Should have sacrificed some Mirror, or use this ability. Didn't do that math. Yep, I guess they get one more crack at it. See what they've got. Opponent scoops it up right there, looking for answers, couldn't find it. The value. I can't get over the value. This thing, Osgir was much better than I expected it to be. Like, I thought it was going to be good. I thought it was going to be decent, but no, it just runs away with value. It's basically like asking, do you want a side of value with your value? And I think I do. I think I'm going to build this deck in paper. I've got most of the cards. Probably don't have to buy that many. I was really impressed about what happened here. Really crazy. A couple spicy cards we didn't get to look at today that I don't normally run in most decks. Dispeller's Capsule is a fun piece of repeatable artifact and enchantment removal. We got Pit Trap. I've been waiting for a deck to use Pit Trap. You pay to sacrifice it to destroy target creature without flying. It can't be regenerated. Obviously, in this deck, you can get it back. And also Voyager Staff. Basically, blink a card, Cloud Shift. But it's an artifact, so it's repeatable. So yeah, those are some of my spicy picks for the deck. Everything else is about what you'd expect. Duke Older, I think, is a new card that presents some interesting options, but everything else, pretty standard artifact synergy stuff. Got a Parhelion up here because if you're cheating artifact costs, it's pretty good. Yeah, I was really impressed about what this deck did. We did make the correct choice in casting that Vandal Blast, because I think Zombie just wins if we don't right there. He was very close. But yeah, I can't get over what we just did in this game. Because, like, we didn't even execute our main plan, really. We just kind of, like, sat there with Osgir and did a couple things. And those couple things turned into big things. And I guess the Audacious Reshapers also were a big part of that. So, yeah. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, feel free to comment, like, or subscribe. Thank you for watching.
I want to thank my awesome Patreon supporters. You guys are awesome. If you want to help support the channel, vote on which decks I play next, or if you want to get some good games of Spell Table, be sure to check out my Patreon at the link below.